Hey everybody, today we have some more Pokemon news in this new update, and today we're basically going to be talking about Pokemon Sword and Shield and the expansion pass. Now recently, there's been a new data mine for the Isle of Armor move tutor compatibility. Essentially, there's been a data mine that has these moves for every single Pokemon, has compatibility for every single Pokemon, including the Pokemon that aren't in Sword and Shield. Now this news comes from Nintendo Soup, so I'll put a link down below if you want to go and read the article after this video. I recommend you do because it will go into more detail in places that maybe I can't, but essentially what this is a data mine has revealed that there is more data in Pokemon Sword and Shield for Pokemon that isn't actually in the base game or isn't in the game to begin with. Apparently, I think this data comes from Pokemon Home, which of course have every single Pokemon in it. And you know, this is very interesting to say the least for Pokemon right now. Obviously, if you don't know, Sword and Shield, they got rid of a lot of the Pokemon from the Pokemon back catalogue. They basically got rid of, they got around 900 Pokemon and maybe trimmed that down to roughly around 400. They added about 200 extra in the Isle of Armor. Essentially, every single Pokemon has got move compatibility. Tutor move compatibility, which I'm not 100% sure what that is, but essentially there is data in the Isle of Armor for every Pokemon, including those that aren't currently in Sword and Shield. This is what this news comes from this data mine, and this is really interesting. Of course, it is strange that, maybe this could be as much in the sense of maybe there's Pokemon that are going to be in the Crown Tundra that they're just getting ready for, or maybe it was just easier to convert every move all together for Pokemon. I don't know, but this either means that when they say Pokemon for those aren't available in Sword and Shield, do they mean in a sense of, it's the Pokemon that are coming in the Crown Tundra, the extra 200 that are coming in the Crown Tundra, and that's it, or do they mean every single Pokemon? Now, if this data is just for the extra Pokemon that are coming in the Crown Tundra, that's just basically, Game Freak saying, the Crown Tundra's being a thing, it's coming soon, and some data is in the game. That makes sense. It's all part of one DLC pack. It makes sense there's some Crown Tundra stuff in there. But the thing is, if it's Pokemon for every single Pokemon, let's just say this data in here is for every single Pokemon in the history of the Pokemon universe, does that mean that we're going to get every Pokemon? And this is what basically I want to make this video about. I understand Game Freak are adding more Pokemon with the expansion passes. I think that's fine. Obviously, the Crown Tundra and the Isle of Armor being different locations, it makes sense that you can only get Pokemon in those locations. But the thing is, if they add every single Pokemon back, is that really going to feel a little bit left out for people that don't have the expansion pass? It just seems kind of weird to me. I understand, the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra, the reason some Pokemon are there and not in the main game is because, that's their habitat. That's where them Pokemon live. That's how it is. But it does seem a little bit weird if every living Pokemon came back. It just seems kind of weird that Game Freak are making people pay for that. And honestly, I don't think there's a right way to speak about this. I don't think there's a wrong way to speak about this. I don't know if there's no right answer is what I'm saying here. It's just strange. Of course, every other Pokemon game we have had a national dex. We've had every Pokemon be in the game, and Sword and Shield has been the first one. They've outright said we can't do it. We can't do it. And then for them to say, oh, we can do it if you pay 30 quid, does seem kind of weird. Now, the argument could be made that they've made before. We're adding these Pokemon into the game, and you can still trade them to complete a Pokedex. But let's just face it, right? Not everybody has friends that have Sword and Shield. Again, in an ideal world, yes, you can trade Pokemon back and forth. With friends, you can trade them online, back and forth. It is doable, and technically, on paper, everyone can get these Pokemon if they also had every single Pokemon. But the thing is, it's not as easy as that. Life's not as easy as that, and that's the thing. I'm lucky. I have friends. I know people. I stream games. I have a community that might have the DLC. I have the DLC, but if I didn't have the DLC out, and I wanted a certain Pokemon, I could maybe try and get it myself. But the thing is, not everyone's like that. There might be some guy out there that just plays Pokemon by himself and he doesn't have any friends that play. Maybe all of his friends play COD or FIFA or Fortnite, and they really want this certain Pokemon that's in the Crown Tundra or just added into the DLC, and they don't want to pay 30 quid. They're not really going to get the Pokemon. So it is kind of strange and kind of weird, this whole situation. This could just mean that some certain moves, the littlest this could mean, the real worst case scenario, or the little, the worst way of looking at this is, it's just moves added for some Pokemon that are coming in the Crown Tundra. And the biggest thing happens here, the largest possibility here, is that every single Pokemon's being added back in Sword and Shield for essentially a £30, fee. And I feel like there's going to be some backlash to that, that they've decided to, group Pokemon into 3 different groups, that being, the Pokemon that you get in the base game, the Pokemon that you get in the Alabama, and what you get in the Crown Tundra. And, with us only really getting a third of the Pokemon, then there could be some backlash there. So I don't really know. I just wanted to report this information, that data has been found for Pokemon that aren't available in Sword and Shield. So yeah, just take this with a pinch of salt. The data mine could be fake. I don't think it is, but it looks kind of legit. But yes, there is data apparently in the game for more Pokemon that aren't in the game as of yet. So yeah, that, like I say, worst case scenario, that means it's just new characters, or characters are bringing back for the Crown Tundra. Of course, I think they're bringing back all the legendaries and everything. The Crown Tundra does seem like a bigger experience in general, maybe a more exciting experience. The Alabama seems like a little bit of a weaker experience. They did that with Breath of the Wild too, as well. Like the DLC Pack 1, the Trial of the Sword, was really, really weak, and then the DLC Pack 2, which came with the expansion pass, was really, really big. So I'd imagine it would go the same way. But yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know what to think about this, but top and bottom line, there's data in the game for Pokemon that aren't already in the game, and there you go. Have a read of the article, because they use terminology. They know more about Pokemon than me, and have a read through if you're more interested in this. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching.